Hello, my name is Yannis, and today I'm gonna tell you about a fisherman and his wife. A poor fisherman lives in a hut with his wife. One day, the fisherman goes to the sea and catch some fish. But there was a magic prince, and the magic prince says, "Please, don't catch me and eat me. Let me, please." The fisherman says, "Oh, so you're a magic prince? Okay, I will let you go." The fisherman catch no fish and go home. His wife says, "What? No fish?" And the fisherman says, "I catch one, but was a magic prince, so I let him go." But his wife says, "Oh, you silly man, that magic prince can help us. Now go back and tell him I want a nice little cottage." But the fisherman says, "You don't want a nice little cottage." "Yes, I do." So now the fisherman goes back to the sea and says, Oh magic fish, please come up and speak to me." "What do you want?" says the fish. "I want a nice little cottage for my wife. Now you can go home. Your wife has it." The fisherman goes home, and there was a nice little cottage. And the fisherman asked his wife about if her like it. And she says, "I like it very much. Thank you." A week later, his wife says, "This nice little cottage isn't very nice because it is so small. I want a nice big house now." The fisherman says, "You don't want a nice big house." "Yes, I do." So now the fisherman go back to the sea and ask the fish for a nice big house. The fish says, "Now you can go home. Your wife has a nice big house." Home, the fisherman asked his wife about if her like it. And she says, "Yes, I like it. Perhaps I like it." So a week later, his wife says, "This big house isn't very big now. I want a castle." But the fisherman says, "You don't want a castle." "Yes, I do." So now the fisherman goes back to the sea and asks the fish for a big castle for his wife. But the fish says, "Okay, now go home, and your wife has a nice big castle." Now home, the fisherman asks his wife if her like it, and she says, "Yes, I like it. Perhaps we can." A week later, his wife starts to think, I want to be a queen, and I want a big castle." "You don't want to be a queen, and you have a big castle, yet you don't want." "Yes, I do." Now the fisherman goes back to the sea, and there the fish says, "Now your wife has a big castle and she is a queen. Now you can go home." Now home, the fisherman talk with his wife about if her like it, and she says, "Yes, I like it. Thank you." A week later, she didn't know what he want. She says, I want. In the morning, she know what he want, and she want to be an emperor and of all the world. Now, the fisherman tell her, "You can be the emperor of all the world." "Yes, I do." Now, the fisherman go back to the sea and tell the fish his wife wants to be emperor of all the world. Now, the fish is very, very angry and tell him, "Do not come here ever again." Now, The fisherman goes home, and there was his hut. And his wife told him this. This isn't very nice, but it is our home. Goodbye. Have a nice day.